Are we live?
You're live.
Hi, everybody. I am Leah Wells. I'm the CEO at Open Arms of Minnesota. I'm sure I know most of you, although I cannot see who is on right now. But before we start our tour, welcome to St. Paul. Before we start our tour, I do have a couple of housekeeping items. So we are doing YouTube, right? And so over the course of the evening, we're going to take you through the facility. But use the chat function as we're walking through. If you have any questions, I think we already have a question actually, but feel free to use the chat function. Ask us any questions that you might have. Ethan is going to monitor the questions, and we'll answer them as we can, or we might wait to get to the end and then answer some more. And then from a technical perspective, I'm supposed to let you know if you're having any issues with the stream, please adjust your quality under the settings on the right-hand side of your screen. So, other than that, we're going to just take you through our St. Paul facility and have a great time. So, this is our reception area. Wave, hello! Welcome. For those of you, sometimes people volunteer at reception. We've got a space for our clients to pick up their meals. Some of our clients actually come here and pick up their meals. Refrigerator space. This is going to be the space where you wait for your volunteer shift or when you're coming to visit us in this gathering space. Danielle will walk you through your experience as a volunteer once you get here. All right, so you're going to come in. Nate's making coffee. Well, not really at night, but he will be making coffee. This is our coffee station and our treat station. We will have cookies over here also, of course. Coffee, tea, same thing as over in Minneapolis. And this is the area where there's microwaves for if you want to take any of our food home or eat it here. We have the huge gathering table, just like the one in Minneapolis, that you can sit and eat your meals at. We are ordering furniture for this area, so right now we only have a few things in here, but there'll be some sitting spaces and some tables to stand around or sit at. And then this is the volunteer check-in area. We have the freezer and fridge, which similar to Minneapolis, that will put return meals in for you to enjoy. And then this will be where you check in. There's aprons. There will be aprons hanging on the wall once we get branding in here. There'll be a check-in station computer that you can actually just it's a touch screen. You can put your name in and check in that way, or we will also have the QR code like we had over in Minneapolis. Hair nets, name tags, all of that will be here. And then we have our lockers. They're pretty easy, but they all have instructions for you to use. And that's this space.
Two quick questions, Leah.
Okay.
First of all, where are we? What's the address? Where are we at? What's the neighborhood here?
Oh boy, it's 380 East Lafayette Frontage Road. Gosh, I'm so glad I pulled that right out. We are, if you looked out our windows, which you can't because it's dark right now, you would see that the St. Paul Airport is right next to us. And the traffic that you might be able to see when we're walking through is actually Highway 52. So we are right in between Highway 52 and the St. Paul Airport. And all of that can be found on our website. And driving directions can be found on our website too. Because it's a little tricky, but once you come here once, you'll be able to do it.
We have a meal question too, but I'm going to wait until we get into the kitchen before we do
Well, let's go in the kitchen because that's the exciting part. We're going to head into the kitchen. When you walk in, you can see the reception. We're back at reception, and the kitchen is going to be right here. So just like in our old space, the kitchen is the heart of our building, and all the things that happen are very accessible the minute you come into our building. So you can see we've got a few intrepid souls packing meals, always. This will be the space that all of our volunteers will come and work at. We've got lots of tables and some great space for people to chop vegetables and pack meals and use all of our machines and get things ready for our clients. This kitchen was built from scratch. This was just an office building and there was nothing here before we got here. All of the equipment, all the tables, everything was brand new, so we're all still learning how to use it. So we've got people here practicing right now before all of our volunteers come in next week. So volunteer shifts start on Tuesday of next week, January 3rd, and we will have, I don't know, 20 people in here every volunteer shift, or up to 15 people in here every volunteer shift. 15, starting on Tuesday. Hopefully, so sign up for that. We need help. We do. Please sign up for that. But also know that I have a little bit of patience with us because we're still working out all the things. We're still figuring out all the equipment. The chefs are still figuring out how to operate this kitchen. Everything's brand new. So here is the hotline where the chefs are cooking. You can see all the beautiful pieces of equipment that they're learning how to use. More equipment over here. Our beautiful ovens, grills. And we have this bank of amazing refrigerators and freezers. These are glass chillers. These are glass chillers. These are some glass freezers, actually. This is something that we've never had, which is pieces of equipment that take the food from when it comes out of the oven all the way to frozen in just over half an hour. And that is something that we really wanted to do for our clients. It helps with food quality and taste to really take things fast down to frozen. And so you can see that we have 3 of them. We'll open up one of them for you. We've already got food in there. Then you can see that we've got our with our staff baby. Yeah. We've got a storage area, which for those of you who worked in our Minneapolis kitchen know that we are lacking in Minneapolis. So we've got lots of space here for all of our ingredients. This is our new delivery area. So this is where all the trucks come and deliver our ingredients. And you can see this is all our nice big area with our doors. This is all of our garbage and recycling.
This is not delivery driver area. We
Right.
will do that truck where we came in, but this is where the big deliveries come.
And then Leah, what percentage of meals will be made and delivered here versus Minneapolis?
That is a great question. So meals will be made in both of our kitchens and moved back and forth. Primarily, all the meals that go out frozen will be made here in our St. Paul kitchen. Primarily, all the meals that go out to our clients fresh will be made in our Minneapolis kitchen and then driven back and forth. The majority of our meals will be made here in this St. Paul kitchen because we have such an amazing freezer space, and we will show that to you. We have the ability, just in one, our largest freezer, to store 60,000 meals in that freezer. And that's really, really helpful for us as we deliver to clients. You want to do that way? Can you see it? Here. Is there a light? Oh no, they shut off the light.
There we go.
Very tricky, multiple doors. So as we come from our kitchen space into what we are calling the multi-purpose room or the shipping and distribution room, again, for those of you who have been in our Minneapolis space, you know that we are doing shipping in the middle of our lobby. So right now we are shipping to clients all over Minnesota, and we didn't have any dedicated space to do that. So we are very excited to have a shipping and distribution room, which was built just to ship our meals. As you can see, April, wave April, making ice. Making ice for our shipping boxes. We also have these amazing closets that we built to hold, look, a whole person can fit in there. Okay. But they're really made for our big boxes of shipping materials. So we designed this entire room to be able to ship to our clients. We're shipping to between 200 and 300 clients a week right now, and Another cool part about this room is the freezer. So you know, if you've done shipping in Minneapolis, the staff members helping out or leading the process might have to leave to go down, get more food, and come back up. But here, we actually have a freezer just for shipping. So they don't even have to leave the room.
Another question for either of you. Is this going to be a space where special events are held, like in Minneapolis?
Yeah, we think so. We're going to have our first special event on February 4th. We're going to have a big party here and an open house. So anybody who wants to come see the space can come and eat and drink and get a tour and see what we're going to be doing here. We imagine that at some point we'll have other special events here. We certainly built that gathering space, that volunteer space where you saw the coffee machines and the big table. Everything there is removable. So we could have a party there or a special event there. The space that we're in here too, we can also have meetings. We can rent the space out to other people who might want to have meetings here. We'll be doing our volunteer orientations in this room. There'll be a lot of things happening in the space.
And then last, maybe a question for April. Are people going to be able to bring their bike here, and are there going to be bike racks available?
There are going to be bike racks. As soon as the snow is gone, we will get some bike racks. And yeah, the bike trail runs right past the building. It's
It does.
convenient.
It's very cool. So now we're going to go into our admin space, or sort of our back office space. We really wanted we wanted everybody to be able to fit in here. So half of the space is the kitchen, and half of it is office space for our staff. So we will be moving some of our staff out of Minneapolis to St. Paul, and already have started that process. But you can see here, we've got workspace for about 30 folks. Smile, Nate. Hi, Dan. All of you drivers, if you're on here, you know who Nate is. Danielle's office is here. We've got offices in the back, about 6 or 7 offices in this space. And then, like I said, cubicles for almost 30. One of the really fun things about this space too is that for the first time our staff has a break room. So we built a break room that's for our kitchen staff and our non-kitchen staff. We'll show it to you real quick. We'll surprise Sarah while she's doing the dishes. In addition to the staff break room, we have a couple other meeting rooms. One we're really very proud of is our client. Wait, Portia. Oh, hi, Portia. We have a client meeting room in this facility with 2 doors. One for the staff to come in, and then another private entrance for clients to come in so they don't have to come through the staff workspace, which we're also really excited about. So this room right here will be for our clients anytime they want to meet with a staff person, specifically our registered dietitians. Often clients want to talk to registered dietitians about health goals or about how to eat our meals and those kinds of things. So last but not least, more meeting space, and also where we'll be holding the majority of our volunteer orientations in St. Paul. So for those who are new and haven't been to a volunteer orientation, we will be holding them in this room, which is lovely. It's the largest meeting room we have in either one of our facilities. We'll be able to have our board meetings in here. We'll be able to have volunteer orientations with some of our big corporate partners who bring lots of departments in to volunteer in our kitchen. So we're very excited about that.
And we can have meetings virtually with Minneapolis in this room, which is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, very technological. Mm-hmm. So we'll head back into our reception area, and if we can have a conversation if anyone has any questions they want to have answered.
We do share this building, so this one of the doors enters into a shared space. And then the front door right under the open arms sign is the open arms door.
And that's the entrance that we want everybody to come in. So does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any comments, concerns, anything that Danielle or I can answer? we can do to help prepare anybody or convince you to come volunteer over here, please let us know.
Jennifer says, congratulations on the new space. Jennifer Newsom.
We're very excited. We've been planning this for a year. So, well, we've been planning it for longer than that, but we've actually been under construction for a year here, planning it for a couple of years before that. So we've tried to be thoughtful about what worked and what didn't work in Minneapolis, and we tried to build something that complements what we already have in Minneapolis and allows us to expand into the eastern suburbs. So almost immediately we can deliver further east into Woodbury, almost to Hudson, maybe someday to Hudson. Just making sure that there are even more people that we can reach on the east side.
Jeff would like to know where you'll be based, Leah, and I think we mentioned that Danielle will be based in St. Paul too.
Yeah. So we've divided up our staff as it makes sense to both of the buildings. We'll have leadership team in members in both of our buildings. My primary office will stay in Minneapolis. Danielle and April, our COO that you met in the other room, they are both going to be here in St. Paul.
Volunteer engagement team will be going back and forth, so you will see all of us.
Familiar faces in both facilities for sure.
And then what are the volunteer opportunities that people can sign up for right now in St. Paul, Danielle?
So we have greeter shifts, if you would like to be the friendly first impression, and kitchen, and shipping, and delivery. I'll start.
Gotcha.
Delivery people have asked us how delivery is going to work. So once we start delivery out of this building, which will be January 12th, the week of January 9th,
The Thursday,
Yep.
Thursday. 12, yeah, you're right.
Yep. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we will deliver to our clients who live on the west side of 35W or the river, out of Minneapolis. And Thursday and Friday, we will be delivering to clients out of this building in St. Paul to all of the clients who live on the east side of the river or 35W.
Frank asks if a client needs to come here and meet with somebody on the team, is there a private space to do that?
Yes, that was our client meeting room. So we do have one of the things that we wish we had more of in Minneapolis is client meeting space, and we built the space here in St. Paul to have a client meeting room. It's the room that I talked about that has two different entrances so that we can bring our clients in through our public entrance rather than having to bring them through all of our staff members, and so it offers them some sort of privacy. And we're really excited about that.
Busy month for this building. What are the key dates that people should know about right now?
Volunteer shifts start next week.
Volunteer kitchen shifts start next week. Shipping and delivery are the following week, so delivery will be the January 12th.
We've got our open house on February 4th. So we sent out a mark your calendar for that, a save the date for that. But we will be emailing you all of this if you haven't gotten it already. It's also available on our website. There's an FAQ section on our website where you can find all of the information and questions that you might have. But of course, Danielle and I are also available all the time.
Gotcha.
Any other questions? No?
I don't think so.
All right.
There was one at the beginning that
When
said,
did the doors open?
Yeah, when did the doors open? I think 8 o'clock is.
Approximately when the doors will open. So we do ask you, we're still kind of in the middle of the transition this week and next week, and really the week after is a little bit of a transition too. As many of you know, we have staff in a rental kitchen, the KOO kitchen in Minneapolis, and that kitchen is in the process of the staff moving to our Minneapolis building. We're still finishing setting this up. So for probably almost the whole month of January, we're in a bit of a flux where things are changing each week, including door hours, volunteer opportunities, all of that. But once we get to the end of January, we will be all settled in our two spaces, Minneapolis and St. Paul, operating as usual with services to clients and volunteer opportunities for everybody.
I think that's it. We
All
can probably
right.
sign off.
Well, we're really happy to have had you all here. Thank you so much for making time for us tonight. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call or email Danielle and I. We hope to see you soon. Volunteer,